going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, LevelMDiecast, episode 52, Diecast haul series we got rolling here. This one's going to be mostly all premium, which I think people will be most happy about. We're going to start off with some older Hot Wheels, just filling in some gaps. This is the BMW K1300R. This one is in green. I think we've seen maybe black and gray, I think, are the other two colors. Didn't have this one in green. This one is from 2017. So nothing fancy here. Crack this guy open. Nothing fancy doing there. Does have the BMW symbol on there. A little bit of print on the front fork. The double-sized headlights in the front. BMW trademark for sure. And then just a kind of die-cast painted body. A little bit of detail on this side for the exhaust. But that's about it. The tank is the plastic part, along with the handlebars there. We'll just kind of set this guy maybe right there. Kind of stands up a little bit. Got some more motorcycles here. This is the Hot Wheels 450F from Baja Blazers. I didn't have this one. I have about 20 different decos for this particular one. I like the original releases that came with a little stand. They since got rid of that quite a bit of time ago. This one right here, 2021, so not very old at all, just about 3 years. Just deco I didn't have, so we'll crack this guy up. This one in a dark red, kind of a candy red with some flames on the side, says number 22. The gold print there on the wire style wheels, and then just a plastic fairing here on the front. Nothing, just a regular deal here. We'll just kind of set that guy to the side. Kind of falling down. Next one up, 2018 factory sealed set. This is a regular treasure hunt. This is the Street Stealth. Just been kind of on a motorcycle kick, so we're just adding them to the mix. Again, this is a regular treasure hunt from back in the day. There is your symbol. Get the packaging out of here. There you go. Does have some Japanese writing on there. There's your treasure hunt logo. Looks pretty cool. Nothing here. It's all right. It's a generic bike. It's nothing licensed, but made in Mattel, made in Malaysia. Mattel. It looks okay. This one might stand up. There we go. Just put him in there since he does stand up. All right, next one up, the Bad Bagger Hot Wheels City Works 2012 parking enforcement. It says on there. There's your card art. Again, 2012, so 2011, 2012. There you go. This was collector number 137 at the time. Blister on this one's a teeny bit yellow. That's perfectly fine, because cracking him open, throwing the blister in the good old landfill, like all stuff goes through. There is your Bad Bagger. Looks pretty good. This is parking enforcement on the side. There is the number 5441. This casting's pretty much all metal, except for the wheels, which I think is pretty cool. It's definitely from a different era of Hot Wheels when making things out of metal was okay. Certainly not okay nowadays. So throw this guy on the bottom. I think he'll stand up as well, or at least stand up enough. All right, moving on from motorcycles, we do have just some fillers here. The 2016 BMW M2. I'm putting together a BMW themed display in room 164. So just realizing which ones I don't have. This is from Spring 21, I think. Spring 21 mix. That was the entire mix right there. So, yep, Spring 21. So, nothing fancy with that one. Throw that to the side. Just the BMW M2. Just says Spring Circuit 21. Got your little rabbit there. Nothing fancy here. Just a BMW, no front or rear prints on there. Does have a BMW logo though. Looks pretty good. So throw him up there. There we go. Got some more BMWs, obviously, new for 2016. This is not, I didn't have this one. This is the original release of this casting, the 3.0 CSL race car. So pretty happy to add this one. I think I had this one at one point in time, and maybe I got rid of it for some reason. But, you know, they came out with the CSL in that 2-pack just recently, so really sparked me to go back and complete the releases of these castings. The only thing I don't have is the Super. They did a Super a couple years ago. So I don't have the Super. I could probably really care less about the Super in general. All right, 92 M3, the E30. This one is pretty cool. This one in Polizzi. They also did, kind of a German police one for the early car culture. Euro style, I think is what it was. I do have that one, but I do not have this one. So happy to add this one. I think I have almost every version of this casting. I think I might be missing one or two. So still working on pulling those in there. It's a great casting, a lot of good details on it. We have seen this in premium as well, so that's a good sign. A couple of times in premium, as a matter of fact. So all the way from 2011 when it was originally a new casting. I got one Tomica. Yes, this F8 Tribuno. We will see if I can just get the plastic off of here without getting too ridiculous. You see there is the little do not steal me thing from Japan, which is pretty cool. I'm assuming that's from Japan. Maybe it just has the print in the middle here. I guess when we get the plastic off, we will find out. Nothing fancy here. This was from their 50th anniversary, which was 2020. So, not new. So it's just the little don't steal me thing. We'll get that out of here. So the funny thing is, I actually already have the blue one. I think the blue one was the secondary color. I have the blue one, but I didn't have the white, or I'm sorry, the red one. So now I have the red one. So we'll get this out of there. Comes with a couple of things here. There is your little 50th pamphlet. See what we got going on here. Some crazy stuff there. Definitely not something that is appealing to us here, but I'm sure it's super popular in Japan. And then this little paper here. More advertisement stuff. You can scan that QR code should you want to. Maybe it still works. I don't know. Probably still works though. But anyways, let's get to the F8 itself. So Tomica's been going hard in the paint with Ferrari as much as they can, and I think it's a good thing. These ones actually look relatively well with these bigger wheels on there. Not a huge fan of those wheels, but shockingly the Ferraris actually look decent with those. These models are nice, wide, big, very appropriately sized. 1/62 scale, of course made in Vietnam. Still excellent quality from Tomica as you'd expect. So we'll throw this one back in the box. Throw that in there. There are little pieces of paper. Throw that in there. Boom, boom. And ka-bam. We'll put that guy there and just leave him in the box. All right, I do have some Matchbox. Did pick this up. This is a 2-pack. Yes, the blister has been... it's been seeing some better days. Matchbox 2-pack Coke collection. There's really nothing on the back. There's not even a barcode on the back, by the way. These were promos, 2001. There were a couple of them. They did 50s, 60s, and 70s. I don't think they did 80s. They did do 2000s. But these were exclusive to these 2-packs. So this one happens to be 70 El Camino and the 70 Ford Boss Mustang. I'll get it out of this blister. This horrific, trashed blister. Get that out here. Get it out of the way. Just comes in a double stacked little plastic tray here. Pop these out. These were considered higher end, a little bit more premium. So these are going to have metal bases. So there you go with your metal bases. These are made in China, Mattel Inc. So these are pretty cool. This is the Boss 302, I think. This one is a pretty cool casting. This casting hails from the Tyco era, which is perfectly fine. It's actually one of the better appropriated ones. The proportions are better, scaled from most Tyco stuff. Really nothing fancy here, though. A little separate piece there for the back window. But just a Mustang. Just another Mustang. Does have those ridiculously ugly flower wheels on there, by the way. All right, 70 El Camino. This one, again, has metal base. Just like the real thing, has the lace wheels on there. I think looks pretty good. Just average El Camino. They still use this casting to this day. Of course, it's been modified a little bit. They took a lot of the metal out of the bed of it, but you know, what do you expect? That happens all the time. All right, got another Matchbox model. Yes, if you guys watched my moving parts for mix number 4, I actually got 2 cases, and both of them had chases. The chase omits the Lexus, so you don't get the Lexus if there's a chase in there. So what I did was I ordered 2 more cases, and then I happened to find 1 case pegged at the store. The case I found at the store had another chase, so there was no Lexus. I got the 2 cases, extra cases in, so now that would make 5 total cases, and just 1 case did not have a chase. So out of 5 cases, there were 4 chases. 1 in the wild, and then the other 3 I ordered. So luckily I got 1. I got 1. You know, most people want chases, but you know, being a completist, I needed to get 1 Lexus. That's all I was asking for. Just give me 1 Lexus, and then I'll take all the chases you want. So this is the LX. This is the first one for... Ooh, that one is like really, really in there. Might have to really break this one open. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, this one is like really, really in there. Like really, really in there. There we go. Making a mess in the studio. It's all right. Get that out of here. There is our GX. A little bit disappointed I couldn't get it in the unboxing, but I cracked a case open, and I honestly thought that, you know, there would take one of the duplicates out rather than omitting a model, but that's Mattel for you. Prints look pretty good on this one. Still has that ridiculous stacked trapezoid style grill on the front. It is a little bit of a satin finish on the paint, which is actually really, really nice. I like that look. It looks good. Prints on the back look pretty good. They're not perfect, but they look pretty good. Of course, moving parts, it does have the opening hatch. So we'll get the hatch to open. It doesn't open all that much. There is no interior variations or anything like that, luckily. So this is all we got. This is the 2 little pieces here. 2 little pieces of luggage in there. And then the window on the inside is a separate piece. So that one, the rear hatch is just not very friendly. T01 base code for the Lexus that I just messed up. There we go. All right, moving on to the next thing now. If you guys saw my video, my showcase video I did for the Power Wagon, if you haven't watched it, I would suggest go take a look at it. It covers every Power Wagon released thus far except for this one. I did not realize I did not have this one, so I went out and got it to make sure that I had them all. So I now have every release of the Power Wagon that they've done thus far, including the NFT that hasn't quite been released yet. I got one of those bootleg copies, I guess you can say. Not happy about that, but it is what it is. So this is the Power Wagon I was missing. This is from the American Trucks series. This was a Walmart series back in the day. Just red with some white print on it. Nothing fancy. Pretty straightforward. Pretty typical wheel. Most every single one, or maybe even every single basic one has had that wheel on there, which I think is fine. Looks pretty good. So pretty happy about that guy. We'll set him up. Guess he don't fit. I guess he don't fit. Well, we're just going to put him right in the middle. All right, moving on to the next little bits. I will need these. These are scissors. Fancy, fancy scissors, right? I have quite a bit of Greenlight, so I'm pretty happy about that. Not a huge amount of Greenlight, but pretty decent. I got like 6 models, I think. Old school Greenlight right here, 1969 Plymouth GTX Midnight Edition. One of 912 cars is what it claims. This is from 2008. So 2008 Greenlight. Old school Greenlight back in the day. Pretty happy about that one. To say Alex's toy chest on there. Must have been a hobby exclusive back in the day. So we'll get this cracked out of there. So you're looking for this one for a little bit. It's one of the better ones. We'll get that out of there. Just come with a little trading card in there, but we don't keep those. We're just in it for the diecast. There is our GTX. It has some pretty nice steely with some hubcaps in there. Prints look pretty good. Back when Greenlight, it still had some pretty good quality. Prints on the front look pretty good. Say Plymouth right there in the edge of the hood, but it's super small. It does have a opening hood, which opens is nice and big. There is your nice 446 pack down in there. Looks pretty good in Hemi Orange. Pretty good depth in there as well. There is the print on the back, just says midnight on the plate area. This one is number 415, so about right smack in the middle of the supposed run. There was probably more than 900 and something produced, but that's what they claim, so I guess we'll roll with it. No way to tell nowadays because, you know, we've been through the ringer. All right, you guys know I absolutely love the Tahoe. Pretty happy to get another hobby exclusive. This one for Tim Lally. This one is very, very cool. 2022 Chevy Tahoe Pursuit vehicle. This was a promo, obviously, done for this Tim Lally, which I think is a dealership. I think that's a dealership. I'm not 100% sure. If you guys know what that is, please chime in. Again, we are here for the diecast, not necessarily the backstory for everything. Sometimes the backstory doesn't really matter, at least in my opinion. We're celebrating the model itself. That's what we want to do. Get the clamshell out of there. So there is our latest Tahoe. Does have a nice slim LED bar on the top. I like that. Super, super thin. Does have the red and blue lights. Really, really cool. Push bar on the front as well. Quality looks absolutely top notch. Which is good because, you know, it is a hobby exclusive release. Looks pretty good. It says Tim Lally on the side. There is the deets. Tinted windows on this one all the way around except for the windshield, which is a pretty cool attention to detail. There is some print on the back. It says Tim Lally on the plate. Again, tail lights printed up. Looks pretty good. No running boards on this one. 2038 is the number for this Tim Lally Suburban. Sorry, Tahoe. So, let's see if this guy will fit. He does fit. We'll put that guy in there. Alright, I recently picked up a little tiny collection of pretty much just Hotwheels, but this happened to be in there, and I saw this, and I was like, that is super pretty cool. 1979 Ford F-150. I don't have anything like this in the collection, but this one just looked too cool to not keep for myself, and besides, Greenlight doesn't sell very well. Greenlight's one of those ones that if you're a collector, you get it when it comes out. If you're not a collector, you just never get it. That's the mix from Series 8. This is a little bit ago, 2020 Greenlight. So I think blue collar's probably like 13, 14 on the series releases by now. Maybe a little higher from Series 8. They usually do a few series every single year, like 3 or 4, depending on how sales go and whatnot. So we'll get this guy out of there. Lots and lots of plastic, like always. Just get him slid out of there. Did have a little bit of a bum tire there on the front. So, try to fix that real quick. Get that popped on there. There we go. It's in two-tone brown, which I think is really, really nice. I like the white wall wheel or tires on there. Looks good. Quality looks ridiculously good. I mean, ridiculously good. Greenlight took a big dump kind of after this era, I feel like. Prints on the back look pretty good. It does have a chrome bumper on there. It's not set up for a tow hitch. You see on there that's not for a tow hitch. So all these holes and stuff you see on there, that is to do lifted parts. They do this casting for Kings of Crunch as well. They just put the big huge tires on it. This one has a really cool topper on the back. It's actually two-toned. So there's a little bit of brown on the front here. There is obviously a rubber band that holds on to it. So we will just slide it out so we can get the rubber band off. I do suggest leaving the rubber bands off your stuff. They will deteriorate over time and eat the paint. There is the inside of the bed there. Looks pretty good. The topper looks fantastic. Even has the front window on there. Really, really cool piece. Fits on there super perfect. Doesn't slide around or anything like that. Obviously it'll fall off, but it's perfectly proportioned and sized. That one is fantastic. Looks good. As far as numbering on the bottom, there is the number. Looks like about 5086. So it's a stupid high number, but not too shabby. I think this guy will fit in the smaller slot. So there we go. That one actually looks pretty cool. I actually like that one a lot. It's actually pretty nice. All right, moving on to another hobby exclusive. This is for first responders. Yes, Greenlight has had some of these 93 F350 ambulances out for a little bit. There is, I believe there's Long Beach, this one. And then there's a NYPD, obviously. There's also a NYFD for the fire department. And then they have a solid white one that is for customizers for the most part. That's kind of what the purpose is, but you could get one of these in just plain white. So there's 4 versions out thus far. I have not gotten any of these yet. All of the vendors that I normally order from, they didn't have these. But some of the prices have come down on some of these ones from just random people on eBay, so I've just been scooping them up. This one I got for $13 shipped all the way to the studio. 13 bucks. Obviously not that great of a price, but they retail for like 10 bucks anyway, so you know, it's fine. The casting's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be too. I knew the ambulance was going to be big, but this is way bigger than I thought. I'm gonna get this out of it. Oof. Come on. Is it like held in there with something? Oof. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. All right, so there is your Long Beach. This is diecast. The back part is diecast, but it's relatively thin. I would say the metal is pretty thin because the model doesn't really weigh all that much. This would be like probably like an air conditioner inlet or something like that. But their early 90s F150 and F350 castings look very, very good. Details look good on this one. Of course, it has dualies on it and stuff like that. It's a big casting. This one's for Long Beach Search and Rescue. Really, really nice with all these lens lights up here. That bar looks really, really good. It does have a plate on there since it's based on an actual unit. Which looks like might be unit number maybe 3837, which is pretty cool. No moving parts or anything like that, obviously. But there is the base teats. See the casting little section here is kind of modified for that bigger part in the back, which looks pretty good. 3973 is the number for this one. It's not too shabby. It's actually kind of cool. It is relatively light, I will tell you. It's pretty light for what it is. You would expect that to be much, much heavier than it is. It's really not that heavy at all. All right, this is the coolest one, though. I didn't even know there was another hobby exclusive. So this is a hobby exclusive for LP Diecast. You can buy it through LP Diecast. They are $16.99 shipped. There's 2 colors. So there's white with the silver, and then there's black with the silver. I don't have the black one yet, and I'll tell you why I don't have the black one yet. Because I am cheap. I am super cheap, okay? So I will tell you right now, nothing but good stuff about this seller on eBay, LP Diecast Garage. I have no problems with them. I bought several things from them over the years. Perfect, no problems. Highly recommended. However, their pricing structure, it's everything's buy it now with free shipping. So if I was to buy both of these, I'd still spend 17 bucks each, but then they would pack them together and ship them together. And I am admittedly so petty that I will order one and wait till it ships and then order the second one to make sure that they get shipped in 2 separate boxes. I'm really petty like that. I'm super petty. I don't know why. But anyways, the black one's coming. It is what it is. There you go. A little bit of confession session from Level M. But 93 Dodge Ram 350. Again, LP Diecast hobby exclusive. You can get it from 1 or 2 other sellers on there, but ultimately all of this stuff comes from LP Diecast, I'm pretty sure. They have a couple of other hobby exclusives that they've done as well, including a couple of the Rams. We've seen some on the channel before. This one is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The regular cab dually, which is super, super cool in itself. Full deets up on everything. Looks good. Quality looks fantastic. I love the white on silver. I think the black on silver is going to look equally good. Not great. I'm not super happy about the marker lights on the top. They're not level. They're not centered, as you can tell. And they're like printed on pictures. You know, they're not trying to make it really look like there's those marker lights at the top, but that's okay. At least they tried. This one does have a toolbox in the back, which is super, super cool. Love that detail. First time we're seeing that on this particular casting. Full print all the way around the back. Does have a plate on there. Of course, says first gen. Looks good. Keystone State, Pennsylvania. So LP Diecast Garage must be from Pennsylvania. I guess process of elimination. As far as numbers on the bottom, I don't see any numbers. I don't see any etches. I don't see anything like that. So these may not be numbered. which doesn't really matter, but always want to check that out. But this one is fantastic. Really, really, really good version. And just making sure that I keep on top of all the burst gens. It does have a tow hitch on it, by the way, as well. All right, switching gears from Greenlight, a brand we have not seen much on the channel for a while. Yes, Tarmac Works is back with some new packaging. So in case you guys are unaware, Miho Exclusives, which is M&J Toys out of California, they are now the exclusive importer for Tarmac Works, which also includes a bunch of other brands, including Inno, a bunch of other stuff, Mini GT, a lot of those premium brands. Unfortunately, they are the exclusive importer, unless you want to buy it from a vendor outside the country, and it's just going to cost you a fortune. But anyways, they are the new vendor. So M&J is the exclusive vendor for Tarmac Works now. And M&J does like blister cars. They don't like just the boxes themselves. So now Tarmac Works will be coming on blisters like this. You still get the box to put the car in. So they are not skimping out on the collectors. But you get a nice blister in here because, of course, the U.S. loves blisters for whatever reason. Officially licensed product right there. Something you can't say about Pop Race. Just saying. Tarmac Works 100% licensed product through and through. This is the third color for the Challenger Liberty Walk. We've seen it in white and we've seen it in green. Now we're going to see it in red. We'll take this out of there. There's a stupid little cardboard thing in the bottom of the box, which is just stupid, like always. And then there is the packaging. Nothing fancy. Get that out of the studio. So real quick, I want to point this out. For all those people that are like, well, why do they still do the box, and why aren't you saying anything negative like the box like you normally do? Because you guys know I always talk about how much I hate they include the boxes on these. Now, the reason of that is because Tarmac Works is smart. Tarmac Works understands their customers, and Tarmac Works understands things just like Mini GT does, and they still include the blisters so you can put it away and put it in the box. So this box is 100% perfect and 100% justified for the packaging, just like we used to get before they went to the blisters. All right, there is our red Challenger. Still sports the same wheels. There's really nothing different other than the base color. All the prints on it are exactly the same from the previous two versions, which is good. There's nothing bad to say about that. There is your LB Performance across the windshield. Looks pretty good. Like those details there. Rolls good. Does all that good stuff like that. There is the base deets. LB Works Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. Really good deets on this one. Those are not lensed tail lights, by the way. Those are just dark print. Kind of a translucent print. Which is kind of an interesting look. But I think it looks good. It looks really, really good. Probably the best color that we've seen yet. So this will be interesting. I'll just kind of do that for right now. All right, a couple other ones as well. This is the latest color for the Dajiban, the Dodge van in the Dajiban race style. Kind of blows me away. It's taken them so long to come out with another color for this van, because I feel like the van was actually relatively popular. I feel like it sold pretty well. A lot of people talked about it. A lot of people liked it. But just took forever to get a new color. But we got it now. There is the box. Of course, the model wraps around the side, which I think is super cool. Tarmac is pretty good at their marketing. There is the Dajiban van. This one is in a matte red. So really, really like those deeds. Nice matte red on it. Still has those super cool wheels on it. BF Goodrich on it. These are lensed tail lights. Looks pretty good. Has the big, huge swing open door in the back. Dodge Ram. Silver bumpers on those. Those are, back bumper is a separate piece. The mirrors look pretty good. Driver mirrors a little bunk. It's not too bad. There is the deets on the front. Looks really, really good. The black hood and all that stuff. The silver print for the bumper and the grille looks super good. I like it a lot. Looks super good. And then, of course, there is your exhaust at the bottom, which is a separate piece. So it's super, super cool. I really like that a lot. Such a cool piece. We're just going to cover up the motorcycles. They're okay. All right, the last one that we have for Tarmac Works is this guy. This is the two-door Land Rover Defender. We've already cracked open the four-door in yellow in the Defender Trophy style. So now we get this one in two-door. This is another casting that I really, really like. I think this is another one that Tarmac does a fantastic job with. They've only done about, between the four-door and the two-door, they've done about 10 models. So not a huge number. Definitely something I wish they'd do more of. But they're working on it. They're working on getting some new colors out there. So they're just kind of dragging their feet again. Again, I'm not really sure what this covers up the bottom. So it covers up the bottom so that you can't get access to that barcode. You have to use the barcode that's on the back of the package, which I think is ridiculous. So I guess maybe you get one barcode for some markets, I guess, and one barcode for the US maybe. But again, just the box. There is our Defender. Does have the integrated mud flaps right there. Looks pretty good. Tarmac works on the bottom. Big steelies on there in black. Looks pretty good. Defender. There's your British flag on there. Does have the ladder accessory on the side as well. Rolling around here. Same deets on the other side. Really nice print on the back. Looks pretty good. It says Land Rover there on the plate. It's pretty nice. It's aight. It's aight. I thought they'd be a little bit better. The four-door one's pretty cool, but I guess this one's kind of standard quo. That one's not going to fit on the screen. We'll just kind of put them in the back. All right, I got one more item for you guys. I'm going to throw you a curveball here because I love doing this stuff. Yes, that's a farm. That's a piece of farm equipment. As a matter of fact, it is a W260R wind rower from John Deere, made by Ertl. This is 1/64 scale. I do like farm equipment. They don't sell anything where I live because I don't live anywhere where there's like farm area. So every once in a while we'll get a show, like a trade show or toy show or something, and sometimes some people will have some stuff, and that is where this one came from. So they do come with these little pop-out kind of collector cards. Going to give you some information about the model right there. I just like these as the diecast model. I'm not a farm guy. I'm not a tractor guy. I just love farm equipment and diecast. I think it's just super, super cool. So we're going to get this out of the package. Get this out of there. So this is a wind rower. I think what this does is like puts together stuff that's been cut down into like a row. Like it pulls everything together. I think I have no idea. I'm just being frank with you. I have no idea. But this thing is super detailed. It's nice and heavy. Lots and lots of die cast. That is a plastic cab. The wheels are rubber, which is pretty nice. There is some deets on the bottom. Really nothing fancy to look at. There are some different attachments that'll fit. The prints are really good though. So it looks pretty good. Got your warning triangle. It does come with this one attachment piece for the front, which has some pretty good prints on it. It says R500, some map rack and stuff like that. It looks really good, but then when you look under it, it's just blank. It does have the two little row things here, though, and they do rotate, which is kind of interesting. Very, very tiny, but they're there. So this just attaches to the front here. There's these two little, sorry about that, there's these two little notches on the side. You just put them on the side there, snap it in. There you go. Nothing fancy like that. It doesn't do anything. This bar up there holds it. Obviously, the real one would tilt and do all kinds of stuff like that. But you know, for the purpose of this, it just sits there like that. It doesn't steer. The wheels don't steer anything. So you got to use your imagination a little bit. But you know, it is what it is. I'm still working through my tractor thing right now. So just buying some of the cooler stuff. Just 1/64 scale stuff. Nothing really fancy. Just some regular stuff. But I do like to throw you guys curveballs. Every once in a while, I like throwing you curveball, like bringing out some farm stuff. But anyways, there you go. That is the haul. Diecast, good old haul, episode 52. Let me know what you guys think about those. And I'm just happy to finally get some more Tarmac. It's been a minute. And who knows? Look at that. BMW police right next to a windrower and an ambulance, a Liberty Walk, and then just rolling it out with a Tahoe police. That's how we roll here at Level M. We love it. So we're going to catch you next time. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment or check every comment. I do. I read every comment. If there's a little heart on there, it says I read your comment, I'll give you a thumbs up or whatever. I promise you, I read them all. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Catch you later on Level M. Peace.